this is it. Here we have a little camera, okay, in that point. Yeah, okay. So here you can use also sometimes to, when you look, please you look to the audience. Okay. Okay, well. Who are you? Mr. Pranai?
Yes, now my name is Pranai Daowsuk and my nickname is known. I graduated from ABAC and currently I'm doing master degree thesis in Chulalongkorn, like focus on the architecture in theory, the concept in architecture.
So you study here in ABAC. How was your experience?
Yes.
Being a student.
This school gave me a lot of experience because the other faculty is like teaching the lecture, but the architecture school is they gave us the experience of designing. Yes, for sure, for express the idea of when we thought when something that in the cloud and make it to be a tangible buildings, and then they practice us for the presentation in front of the class. So I think this is quite important skill because when less student, they would have experience for practicing speaking in front of the class, and this school, the architecture school, will allow us to express our thought, the idea of what we have in our mind to the other people. I think this is quite amazing experience.
Yeah, it was good. Remember, you were my student in the 4th year.
Yeah.
Okay, so we know because of the classes, right?
Yeah, right.
Okay. And then in that moment, I remember we were doing high-rise building. That is one of the assignments that we do here. And now high-rise building in Bangkok are very popular, right?
Yeah.
After the earthquake, no? How do you see the high-rise building design in Bangkok for the earthquake? Do they work correctly or what? What is your opinion? This one we didn't talk about this question before, no? It's come up like this.
Yeah.
What is your opinion? How do you see the design of the high-rise building in Bangkok for the earthquake?
I think they follow the law of just 10 years ago before the earthquake protection. So most of the building in Bangkok will resist that force very well. But just for a case, I have to say only a case which I'm not sure about the cause of structural failure. So may need to, but the overall is the result of the building is very, very nice that can withstand the force of the earthquake.
This was, I know that this is very sensitive, no, for the Thai people because the media all around the world pointed the building that collapsed, and it's something that is that's the ego, no, for the Thai people. But I have been talking this thing to the Spanish media, and then I was highlighting all the time that meanwhile one city in Europe can be, if we are very generous, very good, we can say that there are like 30 high-rise buildings in a European city.
Yep.
It's maximum, no? Here in Bangkok, in the same city, we can be talking that we have 600, 700 high-rise buildings in one city.
Yeah.
So then all the high-rise buildings were moving at the same time, working as per they need to work when there is a case of a earthquake.
Yeah.
Of course, the image is very like apocalypse, no? Like the end of the world because all the high-rise buildings are shaking.
Yeah, but what is due to be is like that.
But it must be
right.
Like
Correct.
So at the end, I think that the Thai design, from the architectural point of view, from the structural point of view, all the high-rise building in Bangkok has been working correctly, no, as per they need to do in this kind of emergency, no.
Yeah.
So it's like the one that was under construction. We need to ask the construction manager and the company what is exactly the things that they was doing there, no. That is, it doesn't look like it was
right.
But this was under construction.
Someone said because it's during the construction, so I don't think that should be the reason because the structure is all been done.
So, but that one is like only construction manager, only the people involved there, the one that can give us the answer. No? But talking about this thing of the high-rise building, if I told you delirious Bangkok, what is the thing that popped up in your mind? Delirious Bangkok. Do you have any experience with Delirious Bangkok?
It's talk about the growth of the high-rise building in Bangkok. We wrote the book. The class at the time, we gathered the information of high-rise building around Bangkok to discuss, brainstorm, and make a book writing that how Bangkok has been evolved until becoming today the city of high-rise. So I think it's like we try to know that the evolution of the building, the city, is not just the linear part. We have seen the factor that growth from BTS line, right? Because the high rise will grow up from the place where people can travel easily, and then we can map how many buildings, how many high rise building, prominent building that pop up during the time. So it's like we can see the image of the city very well, very clear, and that just guide me somehow to explore my design in the future. Yeah,
that it was nice things if you are linking this thing with the design that you did for the high-rise building.
Yeah,
I remember that year I was quite surprised with you, with your behavior, your resilience, how you react, to the comments of your teachers, to try to improve, to try to be better.
Yep.
So it was like a kind of warrior spirit, like a fighter.
Yeah.
So how do you see yourself when you get these comments and then you try to improve and be better? Do you have anything that you can highlight to talk to your juniors? Maybe some recommendations?
Yes, and as an architecture student, I think it's quite normal when we present something in our mind, and then we got the comments of Ajahn like very harsh on our idea. Like I remember someone just told me my concept is like thoughtless. I remember this word very well.
Not me.
Not you for sure.
Okay,
right? Okay. But we have pain at the time, and you have to realize to yourself that is quite normal. That is very normal for architectures, for being an architecture student, because you have to improve anyway, right? Ajahn like just give you a comment in order to let you explore more on the design. So if you just give up and quit the class, it's like, it's not the way this school work. You have to take the comment and believe in Ajahn, and both believe on yourself. Because if you believe everything on Ajahn, it will be Ajahn work, right? But if you believe in yourself, but don't listen to Ajahn at all, it's like, you don't get a good score because they are the one who gave us the score. So you have to I would like to say the word compromise. You have to listen every Ajahn and then try to apply. By the way, you have to, when you present the idea, you have a result. You have to believe in your idea that what I have done it's good enough to be present, right? Otherwise, if you think that this is not good enough, the idea, you don't have any confidence to present, and that would it's not a good presentation anyway. You have to believe that it's good enough from commenting from Ajahn comment and from my idea. Everything become perfect in the final presentation. That's the way.
I remember you talking about this, that you have when you start the one project, it's like you have a very clear vision about how the project should be as an outcome.
Yep.
So that made me think, what is your vision when you start to study architecture? It looks like you have a very clear images, very clear ideas about why you want to study architecture. What do you see? Can you talk something about it?
I like designing at first because design is like make something in our mind from a very messy form, very messy idea, and generate it into a form gradually crafted into buildings that combine every requirement of the human, of the user. So it's like I would like to say it's like get our dream from our mind become a true physical touch. Yeah, I like the way of designing because that is the new experience. But once I step into architecture school, it's deeper than I thought at first because we need to be more criticized onto our idea at first. We don't just follow the form as it pop up in our first time. We have to gradually craft it, get the comment from Ajahn, and then propose the best architecture at the end. So I think this is like a very good process.
Why you study architecture?
I came from engineer track, like from military fields. So it's like about the number, the calculation. I think the architect will allow me more abstract, let's say.
So you like to think in an abstract way?
Yes, it's more fun.
That is good. And then now you done already here, right?
Yep.
Then you said in the beginning that you are studying your master in Chula, Long Kong.
Yeah.
So how do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
I prefer being in working in academic fields. So because I realized when I was in third year, fourth years, I really love the theories, the concept in architecture. I like to criticize something that happened in the society. So as you know, I would like to ask something that I don't know. I would like to question the thing that is quite, it's not certain, it shouldn't be that way. So when we jump into the subject that is allow students to explore more on the idea, to criticize on what is written on the paper, I think it's quite fun for me. It's nothing right or wrong, but we just give us the opinions. So in the next 5 years, I think I would go for being a lecturer because it's allow me to to encourage students to think in a critical way. They don't just follow what the school said, what the paper said, but what is your opinion on this? I think it's quite important for being as people in the future. Yes.
So means that you enjoy the class with Ayam Maki?
Yes, most of lecturer.
So then if you want to lecture, will be this history of architecture?
Yeah, history and criticize the theory in architecture. Yep.
So then you can be like a competitor of Ayam Maki.
I don't want to compete her. Right, she is the master.
Okay. Then that sounds good, no? But you want to recommend something for your juniors or the people that you see in the first year,
yes,
second year? You would like to say something? I mean, you have here the camera.
Okay. I would like to say to all of the junior, because I was one of the students who has a very low grade at the beginning because we have to gradually adapt to being an architecture student, which has a lot of work, sleepless person, or have to craft the physical models in almost every week. But once we know the schedule, the process of the design, the working, we try to manage our time. And that is important because most of suffering students nowadays, they don't know how to manage the time before the final presentation because everything will be gathered, everything will be messed up at the final hours, right? That's normally happen in architecture school. But if you plan yourself, you have a paper, you already know the date of final presentation. You mark the day, and then you have to finish like the plan backward. This day you have to finish plan section elevation, and you spare 2 days, 3 days for models making. Everything will be done on time, for sure. I have done this for all the project of architecture school. But if you just follow your feeling, your emotion, you just like, whatever is have been done today, that's it. You're gonna make it successfully, for sure. It's like everything will be messed up at the last hour. So please plan well. Otherwise, yeah, you can ask me directly if you want, how to manage this day at the final hours.
Actually, that is something that I remember many students comment about this thing from you, no? I mean, I remember that many of them said that you finish everything on time, that you finish the work maybe as late as 10 o'clock, then you submit, then you have your proper sleep, everything. This is, I think, the only one student capable to do this thing, no? From all these 7 years that I have been teaching here, no? I saw that the pattern is repeating, and it could say perfectly that you are the only one that can manage the time correctly, no? So you should teach this thing to your colleagues, no? To your juniors, no?
Yes. Life in the school should be easier by discipline, not just follow your emotion, your feeling at a time. Must have a discipline for the school.
That sounds good, no? Why this discipline coming from?
Because let's go back to military academy when I was in 17 to 21. I remember many years ago. It practiced me the way that this time I have to do this. It's like a very tight schedule. You have to be fixed on your time. Even I never be late, right? In the class, I will be on time every class, and that is the most important for military life. You have to, if it's set 1 p.m., 1 p.m. does mean you have to stay in a room, not just gradually walk up onto the building. You have to be present at here. That is mean 1 p.m. Yeah.
Good, no? But you said that this was from 17 to 21. So, this was a long time ago, you said, but you are not so old, no?
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, but you don't want to say your age, huh?
I'm 27, 28.
27,
right.
27, 28. Okay, Pranay, thank you so much. Is there anything else that you would like to say, or that's okay?
I will encourage my junior, like, don't let 5 years, like, you must be a better version of the first year, both physical and mental. Don't just stop and everything decrease, everything go down, and 5 years you just lose everything on yourself. You have to be a better version.
Because I have one more question for you. Huh?
Yeah.
If you need to pick out one architect all around the world, which one you choose and why?
I like Mies van der Rohe, the master of modernism, right? Because he is the style, the building that he created. It's very, it's very a masterpiece in architecture field. So yes, for sure, we see a lot of good comments on the building, but on the other side, as my study is not just a good comment. He got a lot of criticism on his work. Like most of the client, some client, they blame on this architect. But who cares? Because he gonna be the master. So he generate everything from his own ideology of modernism. He's a brave guy.
So that's mean that you would like to design a house, like the one of Mies van der Rohe?
I like that style, but need to be adapted to tropical country.
Yes, no?
That is what I'm studying now for the modernist in modernist in Southeast Asia, which is totally different from modernist in Europe.
So, okay. Pranay, pues kopung krap na kap, huh? Kopung kap. Okay, this is the Thai style, right?
Yes, right.
Okay. Thank you so much
Thank you so
for
much
having you here.
Okay.
Okay, I hope that you encourage someone else.
Yep.
Okay, and then hope to see you soon.